So tonight I'm going to make pizza. Now, I was always intimidated by making a pizza dough. I always thought that you had to knead it for hours and let it rise for hours. But then I found a recipe that is so much simpler, so I thought I'd share that tonight. So we're going to go over to the mixer and we're going to put the ingredients together and work on our pizza dough. So I have on my mixer a dough hook, which makes this job so much easier. So I'm going to start with 1.25 cups of warm water. To that I'm going to add 4.5 teaspoons or 2 packages of yeast. Then I'm going to add a tablespoon of honey, and 3 tablespoons of olive oil. This is good extra virgin olive oil that I'm using. So we're going to mix this up a little bit. And to that, I'm going to start with 3 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. We're going to start with one at a time just so it mixes slowly so it doesn't make a mess. Mix for a while, and then we're going to add a 1/4 cup, and we're also going to add 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. I'm going to add the rest of my flour. I've measured 4 cups into this bowl, so we know exactly how much we have here. And what we're going to do now is we're going to just let this mix together. And we're going to mix it, first we're going to start out slowly, and then we're going to bring it up a little bit higher, and we're going to let it run for 10 minutes. And then we'll have a nice silky dough. Okay, so the dough is finished, so we're just going to take it here and we're going to knead it for about a minute. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cover it with olive oil, and we're going to put it in a bowl, and we're going to cover it with a kitchen towel, and we're going to let it sit for 10 minutes. And then we're going to take it out. We're going to cut it in half. We're going to use half to make a pizza, and then the other half we're going to keep for a pizza for another day. So finished kneading it. Pour a little olive oil in my bowl. You want to make sure that you cover the whole piece of dough with some olive oil so it doesn't stick. So we're going to turn it around. And while this is rising, I'm going to work on my topping, which is spinach. Okay, so that part is done. So we're going to work on our spinach over here. First I'm going to start, I have some olive oil heating up in this pan, and I'm going to put some freshly chopped garlic in there, as well as some red chili pepper. I like a little bit of spicy spinach. Stir that around a bit. And then I have some frozen spinach, which I have squeezed. And when this is ready, we're going to put the spinach in, and we're going to let it cook for a few minutes, and then we're just going to let it sit here. And when our dough is ready, and we're ready to put our pizza together, we'll have some spinach. So we're just going to add some spinach. A little bit of salt. And we're just going to let this saute for a while. So the dough has been sitting for 30 minutes. So we're going to take it out of the bowl, and we're going to put it on our tray here. And all I'm going to do now is cut it in half. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll half for now and half for later. So we have some dough in the refrigerator that can last probably a week. Sometimes I keep it for a week. And so we're just going to roll this up right now. We're going to set the timer for 10 more minutes. And then we're going to come back, we're going to roll it out, and we're going to put our toppings on. Okay, so we've let it rise for another 10 minutes. And what we're going to do now is we're going to put some cornmeal on our rolling pin. And turn this over, and we're going to roll it out. I don't want to make it too thin, and I don't want to make it too thick. This is probably one of the easiest dough recipes that I have found, and it just makes it so much easier to do because you're not kneading it, and having the mixer helps a lot. So we're just going to roll it out a little bit more, and then I'm going to put it on my pan. Now, one of the things that I learned, I always liked crispy pizza, and I always thought that olive oil would make it crispy if you put olive oil on the bottom. And then I realized that it's not olive oil that makes it crispy, but it's the cornmeal. So an easy way to get this off of here is to just roll this on, and then we're going to put it on here, and we're just going to unroll it on there. So now we're going to add our toppings. So as you can see, it's not exactly perfect, but neither am I. So we're going to start with some olive oil. Sprinkle a little bit of olive oil all around here. And then we're going to add some sauce. Just smooth the sauce around, not too much. Don't want it to be soggy. Move it around, get it near the edges. And then I'm going to add the spinach that I made before. Then we're going to put some cheese on, and we're going to put it in the oven. And then we're going to have pizza night. So here I have, it's a mixture of cheeses. It's Assaggio, it's Parmesan, it's mozzarella. It's a basic pizza cheese. I'm going to put a little bit of Romano cheese on top, not a whole lot, and then a little bit more olive oil. We're going to put it in the oven for between 10 and 15 minutes. We're going to keep an eye on it. So when it's ready, we'll take it out. So the pizza's out of the oven. You can see now that we've got a nice golden brown on top. You can see the spinach, and you can see how nice the crust is. It's a nice smooth crust. So we're going to take a little taste. Perfect.